on the same day that Kenny was named captain, The Ringer dropped their quarterback rankings, which if you haven't checked out The Ringer's quarterback rankings, they're actually pretty cool. I like the layout. I enjoy everything that they got going on here. They classified him as the 26th ranked quarterback with the two key characteristics here of got that dog in him and deceptive eyes. Not totally sure what deceptive eyes they're looking for there. I guess he's got a little Patrick Mahomes in him, but they characterized him, or I guess their little description of him is, what if Josh Allen had just okay tools? And, it got me thinking, like, okay, like, I like that. I think Kenny's got a little bit more in some areas than Josh Allen, but if you're going to take a less 6'6" or however big Josh Allen is with an arm that could throw 85 yards, I'll take it. I wouldn't be upset if that was how I was described as a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. Like, I don't hate that comparison at all. The thing about Josh Allen is just like, he's like mostly tools, where
he's all tools.
Yeah. Whereas Kenny, like, I think has a little bit more, I don't know, depth might not be the word, but like, I don't know.
Dude, he's got way more brains going on up there.
Sure. Yeah. And the way I think, I was trying to avoid putting it that bluntly, but like, yeah, like, I think Kenny is one of those guys where when you don't have elite tools like Josh Allen does, you have to do a lot of other things well. You have to be a really great decision maker. And that's something I think Kenny does really well. I think got that dog in him is just, he's got a toughness and a poise to him that really helps him as well, and really helps him account for maybe what some might consider some lackluster tools. So, I don't, it's just a little bit of a weird thing to like, it's to square it in your head, because Josh Allen is so like toolsy and so like just relies on that all the time. But I mean, if he can be 80% of what Josh Allen is, you'll take that. Like you'll or whatever the, percentage of it is, because Josh Allen is a freak. And I think Kenny has kind of an advantage in kind of brains and intelligence that, and decision making that makes that okay. Like you can live with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think that the description is so short that it almost comes off as like an insult, when if you elaborated a little bit and just said, what if Josh Allen had just okay tools, but way better decision making and instincts with the football? You'd say, oh, well, that's a damn good quarterback. Like I feel really good about that one. And I think that's what Kenny Pickett is. Like he's got all the tools. He could run. He could throw the football. I don't know how deep he could throw a football, but I don't really think the Steelers care right now. Like I think if he could throw 40-yard dimes, they're like, yeah, that's fine, man. What do we don't need anything else crazy. Like you could just do that and we'll make it work. But at the same time, like you get into a game, and last year you didn't see it early, but you saw it late. Like you get into a game where it's a 2-minute drive and Josh Allen's on the football field. I don't know if I'm betting on Josh Allen. You get into a game where there's a 2-minute drive and Kenny Pickett is on the football field, I'm putting my money on Kenny Pickett. Like that's what he's going to do. And you could go as far back as like the fake slide. Like that is instinct at its best, to just say like that the play's not done. It was supposed to be, but it's not done yet. Yeah. Like most guys would just be like, this is the end of this. Kenny instinctually was just like, no. And I think you could see all those examples all the time. So I think, if you're 80% of Josh Allen, cool. Like that's awesome. If you're 80% of Josh Allen with like 70% of Patrick Mahomes' football IQ, you're like, oh, that's a great quarterback. Like that's, if we're building a quarterback, sounds good to me. Like that seems pretty okay. So I feel like 26, I don't know. He's like below Jordan Love and a couple other guys that I thought were questionable, but the description was like, oh, okay. But I think that they hit it spot on, which is, full circle here. I think that's exactly why the Steelers have so much faith in this guy, because like, I think coming into the league, all you could focus on was how he just had okay tools, and a year in, you're just like, you could do so much with just okay tools and his head.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think like, even like okay tools are, I don't know, okay tools are much more common in decent quarterbacks than then I think people realize, like, do you think Joe Burrow has an especially strong arm compared to like other
No,
guys in his class? Does he have
dude, Tom Brady.
is Joe Burrow especially like he's not mobile like Lamar or Jalen Hurts or
Nope.
even Mahomes, quite honestly, but he gets it done. Like there's an it factor there that helps him get it done. So yeah, I don't think he needs to be Josh Allen's level of tools or anything for the Steelers to be really successful. So
no, Tom Brady, man, you should have won with Tom Brady. You watched him your whole life. You should have won with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Tom Brady was never known as.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Brady has a great arm. Don't get me wrong.
But like coming in, that wasn't what you liked about him. That wasn't.
Yep. He had a good. He's got a. If you look at the grand scheme of Tom Brady's career, especially the guys that he's played with, because he's played with like one of the greatest quarterback generations of all time, probably the best quarterback generation of all time, and the guys around him, like Aaron Rodgers, you know what I mean, Brett Favre, even like toolbox wise, 10 times what Tom Brady had. I wouldn't put Peyton Manning in that characteristic, but what Tom Brady had was the everything else, you know, on top of just like he was starting caliber quarterback when it came to his arm, and Hall of Famer, greatest of all time when it came to all the mentals. And I like that's fine. If you're going to bring Kenny Pickett as starting quality or starting caliber quarterback arm and footwork and the whole nine, and then he's got that dog. And
yeah.
I mean, if that's it, like if that's all you're going for, you should feel pretty good about where you stand with the Pittsburgh Steelers and their future with their quarterback.